What's going on, Lucid fans? Welcome back to Fanatic Journey. So Lucid's big day is here. The AMP-2 facility had their opening ceremony. I'm going to go over some of the data points and some of the video coverage that came out from Saudi Arabia. So I'm going to go over all that. Make sure you guys hit that thumbs up and subscribe. I always greatly appreciate that. And with that said, let's get right to it. So currently it is up 2.35%. It is once again going against the grain of the market because a lot of the indexes are very much red. But despite all of that though, there's a ton of eyes still on Lucid, similar to what happened yesterday. So 12.18 million shares being traded, 25 is the average, and this is happening within the first 2 hours of the trading day. So today is going to be another heavy volume day, and as anticipated, Lucid did put out news. So it says Lucid Group makes history in Saudi Arabia as it opens country's first ever car manufacturing facility. And in this PR, it talks on a lot of the things that we already do generally know as far as Saudi Arabia's green initiative, their 2030 vision, and kind of their targets that they want to have. So at least have 30% of the new cars being generated from the kingdom, electric vehicles, of course. And they do reiterate about the 5,000 vehicles coming from the AMP-2 facility per year. But as they do develop the other phases of the facility, which I do believe is estimated for mid to late 2025, this is where they'll be able to produce the max capacity of 155,000. So definitely a lot of good things. And like I've said, I think this is the turning point for Lucid to really start to ramp up on their production and kind of hit the necessary targets that they do and what they kind of portrayed in 2021. But there was some pretty cool videos I just wanted to show you. So this one came out and was posted on Twitter. So this is the opening podiums where the ceremony took place, has all the chairs and stuff. But you can kind of see in this video on how big essentially the facility is. So it has the Lucid Air right here, not necessarily the best quality, but you can see in the back right here, just the facility is absolutely massive. And already from what you can tell based on here, this viewpoint, everything is ready essentially for them to just kick off production. And there's other videos as well that's floating around. It already does show that at least they have tentatively started in some regard. So I think this is a fairly good thing for Lucid. So you can kind of see all the chairs right here, right in front of the podium. But yeah, this is a different viewpoint from what you are going to see because I'm going to play this near the tail end of the video. This is the full live broadcast of the ceremony that was about an hour and 19 minutes. So obviously only watch if you do have time. But there was also this that did come out. It goes to show, I guess, a lot of the essential VIPs arriving to the opening ceremony. So this one's only about 6 seconds, but kind of is cool just to see like just in a row, just very orchestrated and just a very big thing. And it's good to see a Lucid Air being the first one right there as well. But again, I'm going to go over some of the data points before I do play this hour and 19 minute video near the tail end, or at least a live broadcast. So starting off with options, people are very optimistic about Lucid because there's currently $568,000 in calls being purchased versus 261,000 in puts. So like I said, a lot of people are very optimistic and are anticipating the stock price to go up from here. And plus, beside the point, when I talk on technicals, it is on kind of the breakout point right now as well. But if you are optimistic looking at this for this upcoming Friday, it is anticipated to be between the $5.50 and $6 range. If you are negative, it is anticipated to be roughly between or sub $5. So kind of different extremes. No matter what though, when it comes to options activity, it is just merely a sentiment. It does not move the stock price at all. So just be aware of that. These are some of the transactions that did occur on the secondary market over $100,000. So still a good amount of buying that is happening. And you can tell that based on the bid, the ask, and the selling price. These are some of the transactions that did occur on the dark pool. Very popular, unfortunately, as usual. So I'll give you an overview of what shorts are doing because it usually goes hand in hand a little bit. But as of right now, as far as shorts, so the short score is currently 80. Utilization is 94.65%. And as far as what shorts are doing today, they are increasing 247,000 shares, similar to yesterday. So once again, it kind of shows that they do feel that Lucid's green day today is unjustified and that they should be going down with the broader market. So kind of backwards stuff. 26.36% of the free float is being shorted. 218.14 million shares overall are being shorted. Cost to borrow average is 16.77%. And one thing to note, Interactive Brokers short availability does indicate that there's only roughly around 150,000 shares available to be shorted if need be. So shorts are kind of running out of ammunition pretty significantly, and the fact that they are consistently increasing their position they might be overextending themselves in this case. So kind of interesting stuff. But like I mentioned, Lucid is on the verge of a breakout. And what I mean by that is looking right here. So with it currently at $5.40, it is between this S3 and this S2, but $5.49, which kind of did break out of at the very beginning part of the day right here. But that is going to be the next strong resistance that you really want to watch for it to break above. And it looks like it really wants to retest that again. But $4.85 is the next strong support. So if it does break above this and trade between this S2 and this S1, then 588 is going to be that next point to watch for. But especially with the opening ceremony and a lot of buying happening, I think a lot more people are optimistic about Lucid as of right now. As far as this, it shows a number of retail investors are also getting in, so very optimistic about Lucid and what's been developing. Stochastic is currently at 27, which is considered a little bit more neutral, but there is nice bullish sentiment starting to form right now. So I think a lot of good things are happening to Lucid, and I do feel that it's just a matter of time before a lot of analysts do see a lot of this kind of developments that's been occurring over the last little bit and start to up their ratings. But let me know your thoughts on that in the comments below. As well, did you tune in and listen to the broadcast? What was your take on all that? Let me know your thoughts on all that in the comments below. But like I mentioned, I'm just going to quickly play this for an hour and 19 minutes. So if you haven't already, don't forget hit that thumbs up and subscribe. I always greatly appreciate that. And without further ado, let's get right to it. So I'm just gonna, I think it's at the 5-minute mark.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, I am Mohammed Islam, host and founder of the Mo Show podcast, and it's a real honor to be with you here all today. Before we start our program, I ask that you please stand for the national anthem, As-Salamul Malaki. Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. I'd like to thank each and every one of you for joining us today on such a momentous occasion, the unveiling of the first electric vehicle manufacturing facility in Saudi Arabia and Lucid's first international plant, AMP-2, right here in King Abdullah Economic City. It's a real honor to be in the presence of so many distinguished guests and partners from across the kingdom. We have a super exciting program coming up for you tonight. We will be kicking off with, we'll be hearing from a group of visionaries during the entire show this evening, the first of which is the CEO and CTO of Lucid Group, Mr. Peter Rawlinson.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Where is my prompter? Welcome, Your Royal Highness, Your Excellencies, and distinguished guests. Welcome to this seminal occasion for Lucid as a company and hopefully for the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia as a country. We're truly delighted and honoured to have you here today. What is our advanced manufacturing plant, AMP-2, and this represents, make no mistake, if I'm not mistaken, the first EV manufacturing plant in Saudi Arabia, but moreover, the first car manufacturing plant in Saudi Arabia. A moment for everyone to be proud of. Thank you so much. And also, moreover, it's the first manufacturing plant of Lucid Motors outside of the USA. Where better than here on the banks of the Red Sea? This is wonderful stuff. So, here's a picture of it. This is the building that we're in, the glorious building. And, you know, this is a shared vision for a sustainable future. This truly transcends merely a financial arrangement. We have a shared vision for an energy transition, for a more sustainable future, and for Saudi developing an economically viable future, aided and abetted and hopefully catalysed in a small capacity by Lucid. And we're so proud to be on this journey together. And I think that, you know, I have to say that the Vision 2030 has been truly a catalyst for this change. A change which embodies a circular carbon economy with strategic investments by the Kingdom and ongoing international cooperation. Such is the power of this shared vision. Now, take a look at the projects that are happening right now here in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. We have the seminal development of NEOM, a city completely powered by renewable energy, a real manifestation of this vision. An investment in 𝗖𝗓𝗡𝗘𝗖𝗧, one of the world's largest renewable energy projects. And of course, in our small way, the opening of our facility here today, our AMP-2. And this demonstrates Saudi Arabia's commitment to addressing the challenges of our planet, something that affects all of mankind. Now, we have an alignment of vision because Lucid's mission is very, very similar. It's to accelerate the adoption of sustainable mobility. And how are we going to do that? We have a complete alignment with Saudi's Vision 2030. We're going to do it by making the most advanced electric cars in the world, bar none. Make no mistake, distinguished guests, that the most advanced electric cars in the world, bar none, are being assembled right here, right now, in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. So let me put some data behind this, some substantiation to this claim. It's all right me saying it's the best. I'm a little bit biased, but look, we have the longest range electric car in the world. The Lucid Air has a range of 883 kilometers. Now, I shouldn't compare with the competition, but allow me this day a little bit of indulgence. The longest range Tesla Model S has a range of just 634 kilometers. So we have about 250 kilometers more range than the Tesla. That's about 40% more range. I think we can tick that box. Then we have the fastest charging car on the planet. The Air can add 400 kilometers of range in just 16 minutes. There's nothing even close to that. We have the most advanced electrical architecture. It's over 900 volts. Now, that may not mean a lot to to everyone. But to put that in perspective, the higher the voltage, it's a good measure of how advanced the car is. The higher the voltage, the better it gets. And the competition from Tesla, Mercedes, they run at about 400 volts. So we're more than double. It's, you know, put that in context. 400, 900. High voltage is the future. This is the future. It's happening here today in the kingdom. We also have a battery, our famous battery, which has been derived directly from our experience in the world, the white heat of Formula E racing. And I remember fondly the very first time our battery pack ran. I was there with bated breath. I was in Diriyah, and for the very first, the inaugural Saudi E-Prix in 2018, and were all the cars on that grid on this picture, all powered by Lucid battery packs. I have to confess my heart was in my mouth through the entire race, but we had 100% reliability, but that wasn't a given because we'd worked all night the night before in the pits, changing some transducers in the packs so that they would run faultlessly and the actual race. But such is motor racing. But the learning that we embodied from this has been transferred directly in this car. It's been the learning of many years running in the international motorsport, truly an example of race-derived technology going into a road car to improve the breed. So any of you who drive a Lucid Air, you will have race-derived battery technology right under your feet. And this is not a fib. This is actually very real and tangible. We're able to reduce the energy losses by making the pack more efficient through our learning from motor racing. And here is a great animation of what I believe is the most advanced battery pack in the world. And later on, you'll be seeing these battery packs being assembled into the Lucid Air, ready for customers right here on this production line here today. We also have the most advanced motors and drive units, derived and developed entirely in-house. We have 9 horsepower per kilogram. Now, allow me a little bit of indulgence to put that in perspective. There's a fabled competitor very near to us on the west coast of California, the market leader. Their plaid technology delivers about 3.9 horsepower per kilogram. So it's not even close. It's not like we're 4 and they're 3.9. They're 3.9 and we're 9. So this shows the gap, the technological leadership that we've been able to create. And the enabler for that has been the confidence that the PIF and this nation has put in our company to enable us to create this world-leading technology, and the world will benefit from it directly. So here's a nice view of an exploded view of our motor and inverter, our drive unit that powers, there's 2 of these in each of the cars, one powering the front wheels, another powering the rear wheels, and collectively they can produce 1,111 horsepower in those of you who are lucky enough to experience and maybe own a Dream Edition. And each of these units is small enough to actually fit in a carry-on airplane luggage bag. So the whole of this technology adds up to the car that you see before you, a car which is really a technological tour de force, and one where I think that the whole is truly greater than the sum of its parts. So we have the most efficient car in the world. And what does that mean? Well, not all EVs are born the same. There's this sort of perception that all gasoline cars are not great for the environment, all EVs are good. And it's not binary. Not all EVs are that good. We need to make the most sustainable EV. We need to go further with less energy. That means more miles traveled for humanity with less mines, less lithium mining, less cobalt, less nickel. This is profoundly significant, and that's why we're chasing efficiency. This is the holy grail, to chase efficiency that means so much for sustainability for the planet. And I've made my commitment to our investors that, you know, as long as I'm here, we will push like crazy to maintain, if not grow, that technological leadership. That's how prized it is in my mind, and I think we have a shared vision with our shareholders. Now, I really see today as really a joining of hands across oceans. This transcends business. This transcends just making cars. I see this as a joining of hands from one west coast to another west coast across the globe, from the Pacific coast to your beautiful Red Sea west coast, which hopefully we'll have time to explore when I'm not working on EVs. But it's a really joyous moment for us, all of us who've traveled across from the west coast of the Pacific coast to be here on your glorious west coast of the Red Sea, to be here to share in this joyous event today. And I see this as a growing partnership between Lucid and Saudi Arabia. Our relationship with you is successful and productive collaboration based upon a foundational alignment. And thank you to the PIF for enabling this. It would not have been possible without you. Thank you. Together on this journey, we've made friends. We've exchanged viewpoints. And we've learned from each other. And in fact, I believe in the power of knowledge sharing. This truly knowledge sharing is the true catalyst for transformation and empowering Saudi men and women. So, with the opening of our AMP-2, we're taking a significant step in our partnership together. It signals greater collaboration and innovation. We're delighted for what this factory means for Saudi and the region. It means innovation rooted in the Silicon Valley developed technology, development of Saudi talent, with a great partnership with the Qiws University right here on our doorstep, and development of a new automotive supply chain together with our partners, 𝗖𝗧. Together, we're driving global change and building a future that really transcends borders, delivering upon a greater mission and creating a better, more sustainable future for all. Lucid's committed to the creation of this, the AMP-2, and delivering it on time, and we've done that. We've gone from agreement to construction to working operations in a reflection of a successful and efficient partnership. In fact, I was here just yesterday where the workforce celebrated with me a successful 2 million accident-free hours in this site. And I really want to give praise and credit to the Saudi Human Resource Development Fund, the HRDF, for the high-level training program for Saudi employees, both in Arizona and the headquarters in California. Thank you. And I'll just leave you with one or two sort of thoughts. I believe there's an old saying, from acorns grow into mighty oaks. And I hope that in a little more than 3 years' time, we shall be here again, that we will have the opportunity to reconvene, that together we could hold another ceremony for a far bigger factory, for the factory that we're building alongside this factory, for 150,000 units per year, versus just the 5,000 stepping stone that this plant represents. That means a 30 times capacity increase happening here in just over 3 years' time. I look forward to hopefully hosting that event and meeting you all again. So, back to earth with a bang, and I would like to really introduce my colleague, Faisal Sultan. There's no one better to provide a greater colour and detail to the plant that you're in today. And so this is Faisal Sultan, who is Vice President and Managing Director of Middle East. My dear colleague Faisal, over to you. Well done, sir. Congrats. Congrats.
Thank you very much, Peter. It's hard to fill Peter's shoes, but I'm going to give it a try. First of all, I would like to say to all the Royal Highnesses, Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, good evening and Assalamu alaikum. It's an incredibly proud moment for me to be standing here today alongside all of you as we officially mark the opening of Saudi Arabia's first car manufacturing facility. For me personally, this is a particularly special moment, as I have to say that I am one of the original Lucid 3. In fact, I was Lucid's first employee in the region. I've had the pleasure of helping lay the foundation of the automotive industry in the region over the course of my 25 years in the motor industry in the United States and then in Saudi. My passion for automotive is what gets me up in the morning. How exciting. And that's what really attracted me to come and join Lucid, because it gave me the opportunity to work on a product with a team that is an amazing team and an amazing product, and to be part of such an innovative brand, history in the making, and entering into this region. We broke ground on this facility last May, where a lot of you attended that event with us. And just in one short year later, we are gathered here in our regional home base for manufacturing. And I'm proud to see what remarkable achievement have been made by our team, our partners, you, to be able to get this facility built in 16 months. It's a testament to our passion and commitment to be the driving force of the rapidly evolving automotive industry here in the kingdom. The creation of AMP-2 is a significant step in our strategy and vision for the kingdom, for Lucid, and for the wider region. We already have an established flagship studio in the heart of Riyadh. A lot of you were also there last year, I believe, a couple of years ago when we opened that facility up. I'm happy to say that we are opening our second studio in Jeddah very, very soon. But our plans don't stop in Saudi. We have much bigger plans. Much bigger plans. We will expand into the United Arab Emirates and then into the wider region. Over the past 2 years, our team has grown alongside awareness of our brand, and we now have just under 200 people working in our regional offices across Saudi Arabia. And I'm proud to say that 55% of these workforce and my companions are passionate and talented Saudi nationals. We're very proud of this. Probably the most thing that I'm proud about is this, to have the Saudi nationals in our workforce that are performing every day, outperforming everyone else in the automotive. We have great ambitions for our presence in Saudi and in the region, and a key component to realizing those ambitions starts here in AMP-2. With the invaluable support of the Public Investment Fund, we were able to get this done. And you would hear that from all of us. That is what started this all. And we cannot, I cannot leave all the other partners behind. Ministry of Investment has been a very solid partner right from the beginning. And it shows the commitment from the various ministries to make sure how a company that is starting up in the kingdom can foster so rapidly. Thank you. Ministry of Industry. We have been so much support are coming from the Ministry of Industry, and His Excellency, your team has been so excellent for all the support. We just can't even say all the things that we've been provided by the ministries in the form of various supports. Ministry of Finance. We have signed an amazing deal, and I think you've all heard about this. So very grateful to His Excellency, who couldn't be here. But that is an amazing deal itself, where we are going to build the vehicles to fulfill the 50,000 vehicles for the Saudi entities right here and also from Arizona. HRDF, I think Peter mentioned that, the Human Resource Development Fund. One of the key things that for this plan to be successful is the human capital, as I said, and we're so proud because we've been able to take the human capital with this investment and funding from HRDF and use it to get our people trained. So again, thank you so much for the support there. King Abdullah Economic City, that's where we are all here today, right? This is where it all starts. Again, very, very thankful to the whole team in King Abdullah Economic City to give us a prime area and also creation in the Industrial Valley of the automotive cluster and the supply chain park. I think this is going to really get the ecosystem on a rapid start. EXA, I cannot thank you enough. I think all the hard work that our team has put together would have not been fruitful if we didn't have your support. So thank you so much. Especially the SEZ. I love that special economic zone. And then again, His Excellencies are also involved in that. So I think that's definitely going to help us grow really fast. And also, can't forget Saudi Standard Organization. They've been very, very supportive in getting our certifications done so that these beautiful Saudi assembled cars can be on the road right away. Local content and LCGPA and SIDF. I can't forget you guys also. So thank you, Your Highness. Your team has been wonderful, and we will continue to discuss, and we will continue to grow together. And our general contractor, Al-Bawani, I really have to give it to them. We put a lot of pressure on you guys. That's what we do, right? So we pushed, and they delivered. This facility, as I said, in 12 months have been erected in record time. So we'll hopefully continue. And as the first international plant of Lucid Group and our second advanced manufacturing plant, this facility will serve as a true global hub for luxury vehicle production. From the kingdom to the world. This would not have been possible without this agility and responsiveness of all our partners that I just mentioned. And it values the values that we share with our Lucid and Saudi leadership. This facility sends an inspiring message to the world. that here in the kingdom, we are investing in the technologies of the future and homegrown talent to transform mobility. We are part of the kingdom's strategy to transform and diversify its economy, as well as transform car purchasing habits. As part of the Saudi Green Initiative, by 2030, 30% of all cars purchased in the kingdom will be electric. This is a blueprint for a green future, and Lucid is wholeheartedly supporting this goal. This facility is truly a world-class and features cutting-edge technologies, which you will see for yourself this evening when we start the tours. Initially, we will reassemble Lucid Air vehicle kits that are pre-manufactured at Lucid's AMP-1 manufacturing facility in Casa Grande, Arizona. The kits arrive here in Jeddah by sea through our partner King Abdullah Port and have an average build time of just 6 hours. Truly amazing. Our goal is to assemble at peak on single shift 5,000 cars annually, and once this facility expands its production capabilities, and as Peter mentioned already, into complete build units, CBU, for 155,000 cars yearly. We look forward to that day also. Some of the key ingredients that you're going to find on our manufacturing systems here are autonomous, computer-controlled, automated guided vehicles, a semi-automated system with complete battery marriage, a rigorous testing track outside, EV chargers, and abundant of logistic space. It gets pretty hot, so I think we really need that. So what does this facility mean for Saudi? One, it will be a driving force for innovation. And here in the kingdom, innovation is not a buzzword, but an everyday reality which we see around us in the giga projects that are coming to life. Two, this facility will champion Saudi talent. Make no mistake. Homegrown, digital savvy youth who are aspiring to pursue careers at the cutting edge of technology. We already have 40 Saudi nationals working on the production line who are trained at our AMP-1 facility in the USA, who trained at our AMP-1 facility in the USA and then came back here to contribute to this great cause. As part of our agreement with HRDF, we're looking at an investment of US $50 million over 10 years, where we can train about 1,000 employees. 1,000 employees will be trained and will be coming back and contributing to expand this facility into becoming 155,000 vehicles of production every year. And we will invest in them, we will hone their skills and make sure that they become the true ambassadors of the new era of electric vehicle mobility and technology. Three, this plant has a strategic location in King Abdullah Economic City, along with a major port, King Abdullah Port. This helps build a seamless supply chain by land, sea, and air, not only to meet the domestic demand, but also accelerate the export of luxury electric cars and SUVs right from this facility. We are just 12 minutes away from the King Abdullah Port along the main Red Sea trading corridor that handles more than a third of the kingdom's western region's container volume. This is phenomenal. This location gives us abilities that we can't even imagine. We are committed to delivery and committed to excellence. And we are moving with speed to accomplish our next goal. We will be fulfilling the purchase agreement by the government of Saudi Arabia for 50,000 vehicles with the option to increase it to 100,000 vehicles over the next 10 years through this facility and our AMP-1 facility in Arizona, as we are expanding our products globally. To celebrate this historic landmark, I am super excited. This 93rd Saudi National Day, we have created, and nobody knows this, only Peter and I know that, and some of our colleagues. We have created a special vehicle which pays homage to our new home in the Middle East, the Kingdom Dream Edition. There will be you can see a sneak peek, and these are going to be available to order starting very soon. There will be 93 serialized vehicles, one of 93 to 93 of 93. And I think this is going to be amazing to have a vehicle that on the roads of Saudi that is going to say Kingdom Dream Edition. It was a dream, but it is no longer a dream. We have made it true. So there are some pictures. You can see how they're going to look. The badge with the Saudi green color. Amazing. And as you can see, one of 93. This is the first vehicle that is available for the Kingdom Dream Edition. So I think get ready, my sales team. Orders are going to be coming in starting tomorrow. So distinguished guests, in closing, I would like to state that we are proud to be the automotive and technology catalyst for growth and progress in the region, to enable the green and sustainable economy that will drive the mobility transformation globally, and together with our partners and with our extraordinary team. A big hand for the team. The team has done amazing. Together with our partners and with our extraordinary team at Lucid, especially those working in Saudi Arabia, we are creating history and shaping the future today. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So we are going to have a video that we have made, a very special video to celebrate this occasion. Please enjoy.
We're turning a page in the story of transformation, of our relationship with nature and ourselves. From the Golden Coast to the Red Sea. We don't have to choose between doing the right thing and doing great things. We're moved to think beyond mobility. So life becomes the most important journey we take. We welcome a new era. In how we connect with the world around us. path we embark on. The way we see progress. And how we plan our future. Welcome to the next chapter of transformation.
Next, we have a special message from Her Royal Highness Princess Rima bint Bandar, Saudi Arabia's ambassador to the United States of America.
Thank you for inviting me for this absolutely historic event. It is so exciting to join you today to celebrate the grand opening of Lucid's state-of-the-art advanced manufacturing factory, the first passenger car factory ever built in Saudi Arabia, and fully electric. This marks a significant milestone in our journey towards innovation, growth, and progress. A journey that's part of our Vision 2030 initiative, led by Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman. It's a vision to revolutionize the kingdom, to diversify beyond oil, and to create new economic sectors and centers of excellence in manufacturing and technology, but also to build a domestic supply chain with local suppliers, accomplished through partnerships with a great company like yours. It was partnerships with American companies that helped establish and build our young economy more than 8 decades ago. And through our special alliance with the United States of America, we're taking bold new steps into the future, making Saudi Arabia the great success story of the 21st century. And I'd like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to each and every one of you who's contributed to the realization of this absolutely remarkable facility. From the tireless efforts of our dedicated teams to the unwavering support of our partners, investors, and stakeholders. This achievement is a testament to the power of collaboration and a shared vision. So here we are today, witnessing the birth of a new era in manufacturing, one that's defined by cutting-edge technologies, groundbreaking processes, and a relentless pursuit of excellence. This facility will stand as a beacon of innovation, poised to revolutionize the way we make and deliver cars to people in the kingdom, in the region, and across the world. Frankly, what has been built here in Saudi Arabia has been meticulously designed and equipped with this state-of-the-art machinery, automation systems, and intelligent manufacturing solutions. It represents the convergence of digitization, artificial intelligence, and robotics, which has enabled us to optimize production processes, to enhance efficiency, and to reduce the margin of error to an unprecedented level. And at the heart of all of this lies a commitment to sustainability. So together, we've integrated eco-friendly practices and energy-efficient systems into every aspect of the operations. Electrification, cleaner technologies, minimizing waste, sustainable practices. We're not only ensuring a greener future, but also setting an example for others to follow. This is also a symbol of our combined dedication to fostering economic growth and creating job opportunities for both men and women. More than 4,000 jobs will be created here. And by embracing automation and advanced technologies, we're also working to upskill and reskill our workforce. We will be breaking the traditional gender norms that have in the past existed in the manufacturing sector. And we will do this through comprehensive training programs and an educational partnership with the Saudi Human Resources Development Fund. We are empowering our young men and women with the skills today that are required to thrive in the digital age with a $50 million investment in human capital. In addition to the economic benefits, this factory is poised to fuel breakthroughs and advancements not only in the automotive sector, but in multiple sectors. By leveraging the cutting-edge capabilities of this facility, we're not only enhancing our own competitiveness, but also contributing to the progress of the industry worldwide. And as we embark on this exciting journey, we're also advancing Lucid's core values of integrity, customer satisfaction, and continuous improvement. We understand that success is not a destination, but a continuous pursuit. And together, we will push the boundaries of what is possible. So I'd like to express my deepest gratitude to everyone who's been a part of this remarkable achievement. Together, let us embrace the future of manufacturing and usher in an era of limitless possibilities. Thank you all for being here today, and here's to a bright future that lies ahead. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Your Royal Highness. Now I would like to welcome to the stage His Excellency, the Minister of Investment, Mr. 𝗪𝗓𝗡𝗖𝗧.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Your Highness Prince Sultan bin Khalid, Your Excellency, colleague and dear friend Bandar bin Ibrahim Al-Khayef, Minister of Industry, Excellency Yasser Mayan, Governor of the PIF and the creator of what we're celebrating today, Excellency Ambassador Michael Ratney, newly appointed ambassador to the US. Great to see you here on this wonderful occasion and celebration of a continuing partnership between our two countries. I think most importantly, the leadership team of Lucid, Peter, Faisal, local management, and of course, all of the partners who were mentioned by Faisal. Many of them are here. Ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and a very good evening to each and every one of you. I think it goes without saying that it's an honor and extreme pleasure for me and many of my colleagues, especially from the Ministry of Investment, to be here at this auspicious and historic occasion at the King Abdullah Economic City on the shore of the Red Sea. And it happens, as already mentioned, about a year after we were here to lay the foundation, and just a few days, as mentioned by Faisal, after celebrating our 93rd National Day. And as already mentioned, we're not only marking the launch of production from the first auto manufacturing plant in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia after 100 years of importing from around the world. I mean, this market, this country, this consumer has been the testing bed for every vehicle manufacturer from east to west. But, ladies and gentlemen, we're making a statement today. We're not only making vehicles here in Saudi Arabia for the first time, we're inaugurating the first EV manufacturing plant in the Middle East, and these vehicles are going to travel the world from the eastern coast of China to the western coast of the Americas, having the stamp on them, made in Saudi Arabia by Lucid. And since orders will start tomorrow on those 93 Kingdom Dream editions, I want to record here in public that I'm the first one to ask for one. I am guessing that Yasser has already made his order, but at least I am making it in public. So looking forward to seeing that special edition and hoping that I'll get one of those 93. Ladies and gentlemen, today Saudi Arabia confidently steps, as I mentioned, onto the stage to contribute to this crucial movement with Lucid Motors' establishment in the kingdom, building on our forward-looking Vision 2030, building on the Saudi Green Initiative and our country's ambitions to be a global leader in sustainability and achieving and contributing to global commitments towards decarbonization and net zero. As Minister of Investment, I am indeed proud to be standing with you, representing my team in the ministry, as we are witnessing the kingdom ushering in the next chapter in this era that the kingdom is experiencing, an era of innovation, transformation, and sustainable progress. Ladies and gentlemen, our world is rapidly changing also, with industries worldwide striving to embrace greener and cleaner solutions. The global shift towards EVs is no longer a passing fad, as many thought a few years ago. Of all cars sold globally last year, EVs saw a 65% increase year on year, compared to a 7% decline for internal combustion engine powered vehicles. This rapid growth in EV sales is a testament to humanity's dedication to preserving our planet and ensuring a safer, healthier future for generations to come. And the fact that our first auto manufacturing facility is entirely electric vehicles is also a testament to the vision of our leader, His Royal Highness the Crown Prince, indeed supported by His Excellency 𝗪𝗪𝗧𝗪. And I remember vividly, as if it was yesterday, our heated arguments around the table of the PIF, around the table of SIDA, our Council of Economic Development, and I have to confess also publicly that I was on the side that said EVs will grow slowly, they will struggle, and the future will continue for decades to come to be centered around continued growth of ICE engines. The data I just recited prove I was wrong, proves that, as usual, His Royal Highness is right, but also not because he's here, but he was actually a strong advocate of making the leapfrog and investing in EVs. And of course, we know he led the investment in Tesla, which he exited from. But ultimately, I think the big game changer was his bet on a company none of us had heard of, Lucid, which has become what it is. And I would like to recognize, of course, His Royal Highness, but especially His Excellency 𝗪𝗪𝗧𝗪. So by inaugurating this cutting-edge facility, we're sending a message to the world. Saudi Arabia is committed to nurturing innovation, investing in trailblazing technologies, and leading investments that are transformative environmentally and that are transformative environmentally and sound. Not only here at the King Abdullah Economic City, where this factory is being inaugurated, but also at NEOM, with the world's largest green hydrogen project, and at the Red Sea Global, which will be powered by the first off-grid or renewable energy system, and in the East Coast by the world's largest carbon capture hub, producing at scale blue hydrogen to fuel and power the rest of the world towards net zero, as I mentioned. My friends, we're not merely keeping up with global developments, we are indeed creating the future by laying the foundation for a future that prioritizes environmental consciousness right here in our own land in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. And with this step, the Kingdom is set to become a regional manufacturing hub for the green economy more broadly. Lucid's presence will act as a nucleus that will serve to unlock the value chain of the EV industry, creating spin-off effects and further investment opportunities. And in this context, we mustn't forget the critical importance of PIF's leadership and catalytic investments for jump-starting new sectors in Saudi Arabia, and I mentioned only a few of them a moment ago. This equally applies to the Kingdom's next EV venture, 𝗖𝗓, which will be the first Saudi-branded vehicle manufacturing, choosing again the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia and choosing to be all electric, and thus creating a national world-scale cluster here in the Kingdom. A critical element of success of our EV manufacturing, of course, is attracting and localizing the supply chain in a holistic way. This obviously includes component and lithium-ion battery manufacturing in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia and the critical minerals needed for EVs and other future-oriented industries. In this context, I'd like to mention Manara Minerals, a joint venture between Ma'aden and the Public Investment Fund, which has already invested in Vale's energy transition metals business, which, of course, is part of a more comprehensive strategy to achieve what we've been talking about. The endeavor we're here to spotlight today goes beyond the automotive sector, ladies and gentlemen. It encompasses the creation of opportunities, fostering growth, and empowering our workforce, which is fully in line with our ambitions in advanced manufacturing. As His Excellency 𝗖𝗓𝗡𝗖𝗧, I am sure, will mention, and as he is leading, by 2035, we intend to increase our industrial GDP contribution by a factor of 4 and the value of exports by our manufacturing sector by a factor of 5, boosted by one of our leading initiatives in the National Investment Strategy, which is the Global Supply Chain Resilience Initiative, GSRI. And with the establishment of Lucid's factory here, we eagerly anticipate the generation of more than 4,000 direct jobs and ultimately the exports of $117 billion worth of automobiles. Lucid Motors' visionary initiative also demonstrates something near and close to my heart and to the team at MISA, which is the Kingdom's competitiveness and appeal as a first-tier FDI destination. Lucid, after all, is a publicly listed company that is accountable to all of its shareholders. And they have made the selection of the Kingdom after looking at competing locations that were attracting them around the world. And what is pleasing is, in addition to Lucid, we're seeing the Kingdom as a more attractive, more competitive, more profitable investment destinations for companies from around the world and in sectors as demanding as advanced manufacturing in the EV manufacturing space. So, Your Highness, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, let me take this opportunity to echo what has been already mentioned a number of times, which is my appreciation to all of the stakeholders within Lucid, to all of the engineers, laborers, contractors, and first and foremost, as I mentioned, the visionaries who invented, innovated, and drove this idea to where it is today. Your commitment, passion, and relentless pursuit of excellence resonate within these walls of this great factory, but they will soon echo through every vehicle leaving this facility within the kingdom and in export markets. Let me also thank our friends and partners within the Saudi ecosystem, the PIF first and foremost, as I mentioned a number of times, Ministry of Industry, SIDF, 𝗖𝗧𝗪, Cake, 𝗪𝗓𝗧𝗪, and all Ministry of Finance and all of the entities. Some of them are with us here today. But this really has been an all-of-government approach that made this a reality, and each one of them is equally responsible for the success and equally deserving of the credit. And in conclusion, as we turn the ignition to embark on this exciting journey, let us remember that this is not by any means an ordinary factory. It is a statement highlighting the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia's ambitions, capabilities, and our resolute dedication to a future that is environmentally friendly, exciting, and innovative. Thank you all for your attentive listening, and congratulations to everyone.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. I would like to now introduce to the stage His Excellency, the Minister of Industry and Mineral Resources, Bandar bin Ibrahim Al-Khuraif.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Good evening. Coming after His Excellency Al-Falih, I can now relate to Faisal coming after Peter. So, May 2022, we have been gathered here just a few meters from this location, celebrating the launch of the facility of Lucid. And I remember when leaving that day back to the airport with Sulaiman Mazrou in the car, I said to him, you know what? The success of Lucid is going to be the success of the industrial sector in Saudi Arabia. So thank you for your great work to make this happen. This celebration is not only about Lucid, it is about the proper execution of our industrial strategy. So what does it mean to have an auto manufacturer like Lucid come to Saudi Arabia? Well, it means a lot for us. First of all, it is a demonstration that Saudi Arabia is a great location to reach the different markets, as Lucid is targeting 85% of its sales outside Saudi Arabia. It is a demonstration that we are serious about executing our industrial strategy, about creating a true cluster of automotive. It is a demonstration that our ambition is not just to build another car manufacturing facility. We are betting on the future with the technology and innovation that a company like Lucid bring to our country. It is also a demonstration of our country's commitment toward investing in clean energy. So what does today actually mean? To me personally, as Minister of Industry and Mineral Resources, as head of NIDLIP, as chairman of SIDF, and as leading the industrial strategy of our country, it confirms our vision's industrial strategy seriousness to build an agile and competitive, sustainable, private sector-led industrial economy. And I stress on private sector because I'm a true believer that PIF is driven with a private sector mindset. It also represents the actual healthy environment of investment in Saudi Arabia, but more importantly, looking at this plant being executed in just 18 months, it is a true demonstration of the ability of execution in Saudi Arabia. It also demonstrates the true commitment of the different stakeholders, which I don't want to repeat again, a list of government entities working together to ensure the success of such a project. Our national strategy is no longer a strategy that we are talking about. Our national strategy, in our industrial national strategy, is actually in the execution phase. Projects like Lucid, we will also see other projects in different lines of businesses where we identified 12 strategic industrial sectors to move the industrial growth in our country forward. But since we are in Lucid, we are talking about the automotive sector. What actually the automotive sector brings to the table is much more than just car making, but also we are quite determined to build a complete cluster that will help different downstream industries, upstream industries, downstream chemicals, metals, and also allow Saudi Arabia to be a global player in EVs, in batteries, and so on. We are working very closely with Lucid, SEER, with PIF to ensure that we have the best Tier 1, Tier 2 suppliers, and also working together to ensure that Saudi Arabia will be a place of innovation where we can see our downstream chemicals being able to benefit from the investments that we have been able to attract in automotive in Saudi. But also we are mindful of the need of metals and minerals that are needed for the automotive sector, but also for batteries. And as Peter mentioned, we are also mindful of making sure that we use as less minerals as possible. This is going to be a journey that allows for success to happen, opportunities to be also available for different players. And therefore, I would like to invite all companies who are either directly related to the automotive sector in the different tiers, but also in the service, in the material development, and the science and innovation related to all of this. Finally, I would like to thank again PIF for taking it seriously to actually take the mandate, help the country grow its industrial base, choosing right partners, choosing right technologies, and betting on the future. And this is what our country deserves. Also, I would like to thank all the stakeholders that were involved in making this happen, and assure you, Peter and your team, that we will continue to work together to make sure the success of this investment actually is reflected in the numbers so you can continue investing. I would like to remind you also, Peter, that last time I took advantage of the buy 2 cars, get 1 free. So I hope that one of the 93 cars will be one of those 3 cars. And finally, I would like to congratulate the team. I know they have been working very hard. I was actually really very pleased when we met in Silicon Valley last year to actually meet some of the Saudi young guys who are passionate, very much interested to be part of the future of their country. Looking at those boys, how they are interested in learning, in making whatever it takes to ensure that when they come here, they actually can say, we have participated in building a Saudi car. So thank you again. I wish you all the best and success. And I hope we can meet again with a 3-year deadline, so to celebrate the full manufacturing of a Saudi electrical vehicle. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Excellency. And now, the moment that we have all been waiting for. I'd like to invite back on the stage Peter Rawlinson and Faisal Sultan.
Yes, indeed. Your Royal Highness, Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, this indeed is the moment we've all been waiting for. It is my honour, moreover it's my joy to formally declare AMP-2 open.